G'day and welcome to another episode of KiwiCarLife. And I'm sorry fellas, I posted the CP3 versus CL9 video on Sunday night and I realized pretty quickly that I have been really arrogant in my last few videos and I've developed a bit of a stigma from you guys where you just think that I think the Honda Accord is the best car in the world, and it's not. I've driven a number of cars on this channel and compared my Accord with a number of different cars, and in stock form, the 325i, the 335i, the Caldina, the CL1 and CL7 Euro Rs, along with other cars that I've reviewed like the Lexus ISF, the M135i, do pretty much everything better than a stock Honda Accord. And you know, even the 2ZZ MRS, the Celica, the S2000, they do the driving side of things better, which of course is expected. A stock Accord Euro is frankly a pretty boring car. The problem I have is that I have very specific requirements for what I look for in a car. What I want is a car that I can happily drive from Wellington to Auckland. I did it twice in January, and I need a car that is able to do that competently, i.e. it needs to have good amount of overtaking power, but have really nice soft supple suspension and not be too low so it doesn't scrape on things or rub over bumpy bits of road. I want it to have a nicely built interior with features like cruise control, automatic climate control, so you don't have to muck around with the temperature all the time, it just does it all by itself. Having a nice sounding stereo system so when you're playing your music it doesn't sound like trash. It's got to have really comfortable seats with a good amount of adjustment, so that when you get out at the end you don't have really substantial backache problems. It needs to have a big boot. It's ideal if it can have back seats as well, so that if I'm taking passengers they can be comfortable. But alongside all of those feature and comfort aspects, I want something that has really good handling, great steering feel, a fantastic sounding engine, with a really nice, slick, smooth, beautiful feeling transmission, something with really good throttle response, something that is above all else just an absolute joy to drive. And I've driven a lot of cars on this channel that tick pretty much all of those boxes, and a stock Accord doesn't really tick any of them besides the comfort side, which is the more boring side. But now that my Accord is modified, it does tick all of those boxes, and that really is the problem. This car was modified by me, for me, to do exactly what I want in a car, and it's very hard for any other stock car that's in the same sort of price bracket to compete on all of those accounts. And frankly, that really is the issue. I have brought my personal opinions into it too much. In future videos, I'm going to try to just look at it holistically and go, these are the pros and cons of this car, and these are the pros and cons of this car, and just leave it at that. I'm sorry that I have been sort of quite arrogant and quite biased in a number of my more recent videos, and I'm going to work on trying to change that, because I know that it has upset a lot of you guys, that you come to see a car that you really like on the channel and then I just rip it to shreds because it doesn't do everything that I want. But while it might not be the best car in the world, my Accord is pretty darn good. So there we go. Thanks for watching this episode of KiwiCarLife, and with that incredibly immature lot of driving over and hopefully my opinions explained, I will look forward to seeing you again next time.